Hello, my assistants. I hope you're ready to experiment today. It's so good to see you all. I know, bit of an occasion, if I do say so myself. Happy Valentine's Day. Oh shit, I forgot I had this still on. Fuck!
Or nitrogen monoxide.
Allow me to turn those off. That's a great, that's oh goodness. Well, how are we all doing today? Hi! Oh, all of the lovely goobers are in here. Thank you. Latinum? More like lay on them. Am I right? If you guys would do me such an amazing favor today. Today is very special. We are a part of the Heartbreaker Relay. That's right, we're here to break some hearts. And other things.
Hello,
be a part of
Yomi.
it.
How's the adorable scientist doing today?
I'm doing very well. It is Valentine's Day after all, so, you know, I'm just ready to share a few personal things with you all, and we can go on about the sexy science of it, too. But yes, my request, thank you again for the 100 biddies, is that this is going to involve...
Happy Valentine. Time for the heartbreak.
Belfry! Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, the part of the Heartbreaker Relay involves us rating from one to another. And on my end, mine is on the YouTube side. We're going to be rating Goro Gawami when we finish up today. So I'd love it if you can now, but if you guys have to later, I'd like if you also had us open on the YouTube side. It is pinned. But if you really only just want to have one of it up, as long as you do it near the end, as long as when we are about to raid out, okay? You can do that for me this Valentine's Day, right? What a good little assistant you are. What a good assistant you are. So what are we doing today? Well, I wanted to talk about the science and the history and some fun facts about what is love. I mean, surely it's not just some little emotional part. There's a science to it, right? Right. Bearman, thank you so much for the 5 watch streak. And Melanie, thank you for the 240. Oh my goodness. You and Luminous? I didn't know you cared so much. But you know, mwah, thank you. And for Luminous too. Mwah. Good assistants mean you found the broken beakers. A good assistant cleans up the broken beakers. A good assistant knows how to keep the laboratory and other rooms that I won't mention aloud clean. Very clean. Yes. Yomi on YouTube, of all things in this world of experience, every time. We do simulcast. Science fell in love. Ooh, I might have to check it out. I'm actually currently watching Laid Back Camp Season 3. It's one of my all-time favorite series. I just got a little bit held back on getting to the 3rd season. Belfry, thank you so much for the big 50. For the 50 watch streak. You are amazing. And dare I say, easy on the eyes. That's a good one. It is. It's very special to me. Believe it or not, my favorite kind of animes are ones I like to just be at peace with. I like them all, of course. going to watch Shy pretty soon, actually. Ocarina, thank you for the 90 on this very special day. Thank you so, so much. So, I first want to, of course, show... Oh, Dawn, thank you so much for the 40 biddies. Thank you so much for the... At least wait till we're over the presentation and we're at private. Mid-Broman, thank you for the follow. Today, with the Science of Love, I'm here to answer your questions. I'm here to educate you on where love began. I'm here to talk about where it's going, the scientific discoveries, how it works in your noggin. Let's enjoy the artwork for a moment, shall we? This was done by the amazing, amazing Faye Lions. I love Faye. I actually had a good chance to talk to them the other day. A couple little Easter eggs, too. Did you notice the way the red line cuts off the numbers just right? What does that say? Go ahead, type it in the chat. What does it say? A little stretch. No, what is love is the title, sweetie. What does the red say? I'm sure you guys can get a... Ponder it. Ponder it. I love you. I love Morphe. Oh. Why do you think he's not here today? None of them are. Love is something I don't understand. Well, we're here to teach you that today. All of you are going to learn the sexy science of it. Did I miss a seminar? We're just about to begin. Damn it, Morphe. Oh, that's one of the other assistants. Enjoy the artwork, though. I say Phalians did an amazing, amazing job with this. Couldn't be more happy with it. Thank you for everybody who was on the YouTube side as well. Hi, hi, hi. Happy Valentine's Day. And again, I do request when we finish up, we all go there. I'm here to teach you all, though. You know, I wouldn't be a good scientist if I couldn't teach a little bit, right? No. So, I'd like to talk to you all today in a very, very special presentation. Nutting is allowed, but we ask that that is kept within your vicinity of your chair space, okay? The seminar here today, please try to contain yourselves. Try. I understand accidents happen. Both accidental and prematurely, things happen. No nutting past your chairs. Exactly. And if you continue to have an issue, we will provide you with a free plastic shield. And if you have issues with your neighbor or someone behind you, we will also provide you with a plastic shield. It's like Fred Gallagher with the watermelons. I bet only 3 people of you know who I'm talking about, Fred Gallagher. So, hands, feet, and on its other right. Oh my god. What does that mean? Okay. Okay. So, shall we begin? Lesson plan. Lessons up, everybody. Sit back, enjoy the music. Let me know if the music gets crunchy at any moment. You guys know that sometimes music does do that for a while. Thank you so much, Jack Mango. You know it. Plastic shield, I just think they're neat. Sure. We have, if worse comes to worse, we have trash bags. If it gets to that point, we have trash bags. The first thing I want you all to remember is that, you see, love is in the head, not the heart. I know. Many of us think it's about our heart going doki doki and our life elevating as our spirits uplift and, oh, this one person makes me feel so just over the moon, and I could sing them a song of passion and my heart melts for them, and no, fuck that. I'm here to tell them that you're wrong. I'm here to tell them that you are absolutely wrong. Love is, well, technically love is stored in the balls as well. Yes. It's a part of it. It's a part of the process. But you see, love is chemistry. Love is when our brain cooks up a certain feeling, which elevates the rest of your body. Low Needs, thank you for the 55 watch streak. I'm sure you all know a certain word. Maybe you know from gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. The word dopamine can be a dangerous word. It can be a very dangerous word. But dopamine comes from the ventral tegmental area. It's just this little tiny spot very close to your central cortex, right past the brainstem. It makes us feel happy and rewarded and makes us want to go to somebody's mom and then possibly for seconds you go. And of course, afterwards, if your brain still isn't satisfied, you then think that it's time to go off and hire somebody just to have a good time. And we don't shame those kind of workers here. I did say I was going to educate you all today. I see. Good. I hope you're taking notes. Please, take notes. What can I say? Which I love that. So, the brain is a funny little thing. And I think the easiest way to put it, I guess you could say, dim it down? Dumb it down? I don't want to call it dumb it down, no. But to put it simply, ecum bokum. Brain gets happy when near somebody. Dopamine kicks in. Brain and body get happy. Ecum bokum. Very simple. Very simple. It's all in the brain. It's all in the brain. It's all in the dopamine. Which I like to remember. You know how you remember what dopamine is? Dopamine makes you dopey. It makes you just, gotta get this done. It makes you make bad decisions. Don't be a dope. Don't spend $200 on a gacha to get that one PNG of a waifu who's a 5-star. Dopamine's gonna say yes. Because dopamine's dumb. Does that make sense? No? Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. If it doesn't, well, hi, Darkus. Hello, Darkus. Thank you for joining us this time. If it doesn't, well, let's talk more about it. Let's talk just a little bit more. Give game $100. I understand. I'll get my waifu. Thank you. Listen, Osaka Behime and Fate Grand Order will have her rerun, okay? Do not worry. I totally didn't spend $90 trying to get another copy. Getting another copy of Nero Bride. Fuck. So, yeah, I was a big Fate Grand Order player. So much. It was one of the few times it had a little bit of money. And I would, put a little bit of money towards it. Da Vinci Rider? Absolutely. One of my small made. If you need the PNG that badly, Google images of them. Exactly. And you could just listen to the voice lines. So, a little more about dopamine. I'm gonna take a sip of my water. As I've explained, it's not in the heart, it's in the brain. You see, we all know what a hormone is, right? It turns you into a whore and makes you moan. It's a chemical inside of you that also develops as you get older and is indeed what triggers you to get more, well, a desire to reproduce. Once you hit a specific age, some people it happens earlier than others. Maybe you get hair in certain places. Maybe your voice starts to change. You could have a growth spur. You could have wet dreams. You could have a lot of weird stuff happen. But those are your hormones kicking in. Now, you'll always have hormones, but they just get really wild in your teenage years. Or for some people, a little later. Nothing wrong with that. Some people discover things in as late as their 20s, which is fine. But when those kick in, they dance in your brain and they want dopamine. In other words, once again, ecum bokum. Brain wants, brain go burr. TLDR. Me horny, me want things. Me go online and Google it, which is the safe thing to do. But that dopamine is the feel-good chemical. It is a chemical that hits your brain and says, yes, this is what I want. Yes, this is good. By the way, you can ask questions. If anyone in the class wants to ask, as we're talking about dopamine, hormones, and boinking, please raise your hand. You can even type up. You can even type in raise hand. I have and ask your question. How is Babby formed? Damn it! I even said it in the meme way. What is love? We're learning that now. The baby is formed by a 9-month birth cycle, unless your other creatures. I mean, let's not talk about mites who live and die within 5 days, and there are instances where they have their children who are still being born inside of them and boinking and then dying inside of you. That we're not going to talk about the vor reproductions, but we are going to talk about is human reproduction. 9 months is the normal cycle. Baby formed that way. Baby formed by boinking, by unprotected boinking. Please use protection. For all of you on this Valentine's Day today, please use protection. Don't, you know what, you know what? Most people born in November, if you subtract 9 months, if any of you are born in November, that means your parents celebrated Valentine's Day in quite the, intimate way. Explain what horny means. Look at hormones. In carnival, let's go! I got protection right here. Don't give me the Rainy knife. Rainy's not gonna cut it off. I can't wait for Rainy's new design. I got my coffee right here. So yes, baby is formed by a man launching the white goop into a woman. Now that's not to say, I will say, that's not to say any and all sexes shouldn't do things. No, far from it. Yuri, Yowie, absolutely. Anyone of any gender, anyone of any sexuality, go for it. Love should not be gatekept. We are an LGBTQIA+ community after all. But the body does require, at least the human body does require things that way for pregnancy to happen. However, I will say, same-sex couples or couples where there's infertility, adopt. Hell, I actually thought about adoption, but I gotta get my life together a little bit more. Adopt. Adoption good. Adoption very good. But that's a bit of a feel-good thing to talk about. That's a nice little thing to talk about. Let's get back to the science of it all. Let's go back to the dopamine, shall we? As hinted with gotcha games, or I guess a good current one right now is Balatro. We all know Balatro, right? You know, you see those cars, either ding, 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 and you hear the music and stuff like that. You're just like, I want more. Big number go up, big number go up, big number go up. Cha-ching! Well, guess what? That's your dopamine. You should stop that. Don't stop playing that game. Just watch your addiction. Just watch your addiction. How dare you call me out? Number go up. Brr! Number go up. Exactly. Number go up. It's always good. Tieflings experience hormones differently from other creatures? Actually, no. In fact, tieflings are actually, well, we're actually quite a bit more easily enticed and more durable for longer lasting mating sessions. So to answer that, yes, we tieflings are much more built for intimacy, but not necessarily something we want mentally. Remember, permission, mental, very important. Always communicate. Yes. Hello, Miss Yomi. Hope you're doing well. Yes, we're talking about the birds and the bees and everything in betweens. But Brian the Dragon, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Only breed, no preg. That's up to you. Remember, permission first, though. Love first. You're the person from Twitter. I know you. Hello. You've arrived to a very interesting stream. We're talking about sexual education in the best ways possible. The history, the science behind love. Baby, don't hurt me no more. So, dopamine doesn't just require, dopamine does not just target love or the desire to reproduce, the sex. You see, it's also gambling or smoking Or even that bowl of ice cream that you just need a third one of because you're just feeling really, really good about it. Or that desire to just keep doing something over and over because it makes you happy. Hell, even masturbation can we go too far. Porn addiction is another thing. Hand-holding, how safe is that? Fuck, I like gambling! Safely. So, your dopamine, which comes, of course, from your ventral tegmental area, as said, is very sensitive. Very sensitive. And a lot of other addictions, drugs, that's another big one. We don't want to talk about that. I'm not a fan. But really anything. Alcohol, stuff that are bad for you, that can be quite addicting. In other words, dopamine can be great for love. It could be amazing for love. But it can be a double-edged sword. Which now made me think of a double-edged penis. And I now am infecting you with that idea of a two-sided penis. I'm sorry. Mike Harvey, thank you for the 18 months. I'm sorry you had to sub while I talked about a two-sided penis. As you can see, the ass is on the front. Where the butt cheeks were in the back is where there are two penors. Talking about penises? A little bit. I just realized I should probably mark the stream as 18+. Do I have sexual themes on? I do. Ah! Aki! Ah! Aki! Ah! Ah! What in time! What in time! Oh, I should turn sexual content on this. Let's go! Go! Hi, Aki. We were talking about, well, a lot of things. The science of the birds and the bees and much more. About to get to the history and media and much more as well. Aki! Thank you! Guys, if you don't know Aki, very dear friend, a lovely, lovely, amazing individual. Highly worth your time. I do suggest if you get the chance to, please follow their channel. Can we get a shout out for Aki? Hi, sweetie. Hello, hello. Hope you're having a wonderful time. Wonderful, wonderful time. Yes, she is honestly one of the best friends I've ever made. And what a time that they arrive when I'm talking about this. I'm kidding, of course. I hope you're doing well, sweetie. Thank you for the 20. Can we get a big Giga Chat? Yeah, there we go. Nonstop Bentley already gets it. Can we get some Giga Chads out for Aki? Thank you. Oh my God, Aki, that's great. Oh, I need that. Wait, I need that. I need to find out whose artist that was. I need that. All right, so I guess Aki has the dopamine going as well. Love her, so cute. Yeah. What about how we learn about it? Yeah, we have sexual education, right? But there's media too. Love and media. Love and media comes along in its own many, many forms. But there are classics, such as Romeo and Juliet, or Gone with the Wind, or my favorite classic, Brokeback Mountain. Oh, one of these things is not like the other. Oh,
Fun fact, eating chocolate produces more dopamine.
Yes, it
than
does.
kissing a lover. That is why those heart boxes exist.
This is very true. Chocolate is indeed the sex candy. Ram Ranch, exactly. Thank you. Again, thank you, Aki, as well. Guys, we have 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the hype train to get it up another notch. Thank you so much. How funny would it be if we get it to level 6? And then soon we get it to level 9. Could we get it to level 6 and then tease that? Oh my God, Luminous! I'm gonna snooze the ads. Level 6, or in this case, level 6 just gets its ass blasted and we go right through it. Oh, we're pushing a level 7 now. Luminous, thank you. Happy Valentine's Day, Luminous. Thank you. That means That means so much. You did not have to do that, but you are always so very kind. Ah, thank you. Let me actually, I'm gonna turn these both off, the follow counter and that, just so you can see a little bit more of the slides. Romeo and Juliet. Oh, that's let me turn this off for a second too. I want you guys to see. Oof. Oof. Accurate though. It's very accurate. Oh, 7! Oh, 7 for Romeo and Juliet! Yes, we will discuss it. The English teacher in me has so much to say about Romeo and Juliet. So Romeo and Juliet, also known as two teens who start a family feud after having a fling. One basically becomes a stalker, the other wallflower, and then they off themselves and then have their whole family kill each other. It's basically a very aggressive Jerry Springer. That's all Romeo and Juliet is. Romeo and Juliet is Jerry Springer in the early days. It's a tragic family of teens and horniness. Exactly. Exactly. It's teenage violent Jerry Springer. No, that was wrong. I'm drinking some coffee right now. I got pina colada coffee right now. Many consider in media Romeo and Juliet to be
Happy
historically
Valentine's Day to my
one of the most
favorite
important.
scientist, Lubbers.
Lubbers, thank you. Thank you, Ruin Bear. We're on a level 7. Is it possible we can hit the 9? Oh yeah, I love all sorts of weird coffee flavors. Actually, I should say it's regular coffee, but it's pina colada creamer. I do have some almond honey coffee though later. That'll be like once the other's done. Beauty and the Beast,
100.
one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. Genuinely, Beauty and the Beast is one of my all-time favorite Disney movies. I mean, Belle is basically a book nerd, so I relate with her. Azeron, thank you so much for the 100 biddies as well. 2 minutes on the hype train. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that, sweetie. Book nerd and a furry. A book nerd who becomes a furry. That candlestick, though. I'm just saying. Even before you realize it's predicted furries. Yeah, it was peak. It's one of my favorites. You know, honestly, Love and Media, another great one would be Disney stuff. Remember, one of the first like fully animated Disney movies was Snow White. I don't think it was the first, but I remember it was very historical. And Snow White, I mean, we all know. Dead broad and a prince who was into necrophilia and kissed her. Wait, hold on, that's not right. It was the first. Thank you, Lunatic. I wasn't sure. I didn't want to misquote. So I appreciate that. Thank you for confirming. First, we have feature film as well. Yeah. So Disney's also a really, really good one to go with it. Excuse me. Of course, there's also Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind is also a pretty historical film. But a lot of people forget about it because it's basically just about boinking and bullets. Gone with the Wind took place in the Civil War era. And, well, apparently it's one of the most like well-renowned romance movies out there. But it's also really good ASMR. Which, you know, romance can also help promote you having better, stronger sleep. Having someone to love and cherish and hold can promote better sleep cycles. Or just watching a really, really bad romance film can do it too. So that's a good way to put it. Unless you're watching Brokeback Mountain because, you know, gay cowboy sex. Thank you for the hype train! We completed a level 6 hype train. Almost completed through level 7 as well. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. Ah. At least I have a pillow to cuddle. Well, you know, you could get the Yomi Dakimakura. That's right. I don't know if you're aware, but you can get a pillow of yours truly. Let's open that up for a second, actually, shall we? Oh, actually, it looks like the order is just finished. So they're going to be put up later. Those will be put up later. But there were Docky pre-orders. However, they will be put back up later as well. There will be some other stuff going on. So the pre-orders did wrap up.
Twilight is a very messed up love story. Hell, I think it slightly matches with what you said about Sleeping Beauty, but it's the girl instead of the prince, and also some other stuff.
You know? That's a good point. Twilight was very much a very modern version of a screwed up Romeo and Juliet. I never thought about that. But you're right. Dracula, I've crossed oceans of time to be with you. Dracula is his own strange case of romance. We don't talk about the bloody side of it, if you will. Also, do cue Ram Ranch in the background. Remember, Love and Media can also, like I said, approach more same-sex topics. Always a big fan of same-sex couples, which brings me to the next. Boy love. Yowie. There is plenty to love here. Base, Dracula Be Wild, oh. Boy love. Or as I like to say, a bro job. Nothing gay happening here, don't worry. There's nothing gay happening here. The bromance. The bro job. The bromeo. The buddy buddy. Just gotta help a bro. Yowie was, well, I mean, boy love. Did you know that boy love...
It's not gay as long as you say no homo afterwards.
You're so right. Is Yomi pregnant? No! Help a bro today. Do something gay. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Many people wonder where were the first cases of the first male couple. Well, guess what? I've done my research. I've done a lot of research. And they say the first to ever happen was from Nimhotep and Yaknum in 2400 BC. That's right. The first boy love was over 4,500 years ago. Something like that. But about 4,000 years ago. It's been a lot. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's still speculation that there could be earlier. But about Girl Left, don't you worry. There's other slides. So, in other words, Egypt is based as fuck. And you'll find, actually, that Egypt has a lot of history, actually, as we talk further about this in a romance. DJ Matter, what's the matter? Welcome aboard. Thank you for the follow. They were roommates! I mean, I've seen that stuff happen before. Now, another one is ancient Rome. Ancient Rome had quite a lot of individuals who were both Olympian. We're talking Olympian bodies and Olympian buddies. They've done quite a lot there. Full of roommates, full of homies. And nobody had batted an eye. They were ahead of their time. Greece has fun times. We would not survive in Greece. The Olympics were fucked. The way that they've done a lot of their competitions. And of course, you know, if you do anything wrong, I mean, they'll even remove sexual organs. But anyway, as much as a larger, long ago history. Hi, Horoscath. We're talking about the science and history of love. Bring back poetry. We're gonna do a poetry stream one day. Fun fact: Apollo killed his male lover with a frisbee, and then the flower after him called hyacinth. I did not know that. I did not know that. Well,
He
damn.
put the hoe in Numhotep.
God damn, you're right. So, yaoi, though, as we know it more today, is something that did get more popularized about 50 years ago. In the 1970s, I don't know the exact year, but in the 1970s, that was when we started to get boy love comics. And boy, do I love these kind of comics. Cherry Magic, Buddy Daddies, Kusamiso Technique, The Titan's Blade, Fairy Ranmaru, Sasaki and Miyaono. Given. Come now. Yuri on Ice Love Stage, anybody? Moroni Kumo-san? Look, I'm based. Very based. Originally, the boy love comics were a little bit more focused on just the sexual side, but over time, yaoi turned more into boy love or shoujo comics. And the shoujo comics had much more emotion given to them. The males were often drawn a bit more androgynous as well. But we've evolved quite a bit these days, you know? Nowadays are all inclusive, and, well, if I'm being honest, there's plenty that's also just implicated even if it never happens. I will ship all the JoJos. I will ship all the best friends and buddies to the main JoJo character. I'm just saying, he has a power to... He has the power of zippers. You can just imagine like, Giovanni. And you just hear the unzip sound. No? Well, now my brain is going places. But there's another one, of course. Unzips pee-pee. No! Unzip his... But of course, we also have, let's not forget, the other side of things. Yuri. Ah, Yuri. Something I do enjoy quite a bit myself as well. I'm actually very, very involved more in same-sex mangas. Actually, going back to yaoi for a second. And remember Gravitation? Gravitation was my first. Shuichi was best boy. Anyway. So Yuri and yaoi do have something quite in common. They did come around in the same time in the 1970s, also known as girl love. First thing to note is, you guys might have heard the phrase of lily, or the white lily. There's a reason, actually. White lily is the symbol for Yuri. So, you know, if you happen to see a white lily involved somewhere, maybe someone's talking a little bit more about something. Yay, lesbians! Exactly. Yay, lesbians. It's not always about the lewd, though. In fact, it got a bit more progressive than before yaoi did. But now both Yuri and yaoi know how to, you know, focus more on the emotions. It was often more about the spiritual bonds between two women. And it really involved, I mean, hell, we even saw some of this in such things early on as like Sailor Moon for more like open media for us. Yuri love is best. It is. All love is equal, in my opinion. Let's not forget such great animes, though, like Revolutionary Girl Lutina, which I actually have right up here to enjoy. Adachi and Shimamaru. Oh, love that one as well. Oh, I'm in love with the villainess. Come on, you all know how much I love my villainous characters, so that one definitely threw a lot towards me as well. And just many more. There's... Oh, Magica Modica had quite a few Yuri vibes to it. I could go on, but... Gushing over magical girls. Anyway. Which the last one I just said could be a little bit just more on the focus on the lewd, but... Remember, love comes in all forms. Do not discriminate. Let them be. Enjoy. But... I also have to worry about when it comes to animals as well. I figured it might be good that I educate you guys when it comes to other things we see in anime and others. So I don't know if you know, but in terms of male and human and female Pokemon breeding, Vaporeon is actually the most compatible Pokemon for humans. Not only are they in the field egg group, which is most commonly comprised of mammals, Vaporeon are an average of, well, about 3 feet and an inch or so tall and 68.9 pounds, which means they are large enough to handle a human. You freak. You sick fuck. What do you think was gonna happen? You sick fuck. You should be ashamed of yourself. How dare you? That's right. That's right. How dare you? They're for head pats only. Gardevoir, on the other hand. But listen! You freak. How dare you? That Vaporeon deserves better. Chat reflects the stream. What do you mean by that? You pull out your Vaporeon, Walter, what? We're not talking about the rare shiny Vaporeon. Everyone loves Gardevoir. Ignore what happened though. Ignore, move on. We're gonna back that one up. We're gonna back that one up. There's no laws against Pokemon, Batman. I don't know about that. That's a thought, actually. Any questions so far? That's the real thing I should say is... Any questions, class? Chris, I hate that. When did that get added? Why is there a Gardevoir feet emote? When did that get added? I blame Mika. I did it for it in real life, so I'd love to have some Pokemon in real life. I want a Banette, just to have a little mischievous gremlin around. But I guess my question is, do you have any questions so far for the class? Is Morphe single? Yes, and it will stay that way forever. Why all the Gardevoir? Why all the Gardevoir? We're not here to talk about Pokemon! Actual college course that I can take credit for a degree. Well, you're in luck. Because for the next hour, we're going to talk more about the nature of it. And a bit more on some of the history, too. I mean, we all know that Gardevoir had a plushie come out recently. Not so sure about that. Nature can be sexy, but nature can also be really, really, strange, to put it simply. We humans are already quite fucked up. But as you're about to learn, again, I'm taking a moment for questions, though. Is there a midterm for the class? Final, actually. No midterms, only a final. Hi, Ridley! Could you show me your knees, perchance? Actually, if you guys remember, I promised when we hit 11K followers, I was going to take some feet pics wearing Snoozy's socks and Cammy's socks. And guess what arrived in the mail like an hour before stream? So you can assume what's going to be posted on my socials tomorrow because you're all sick freaks. Yep. 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 We humans, aren't you a tiefling? I am a tiefling, but remember, tieflings are half human. I am human by core, but demon-blooded all the way, or all around. So I still have a human heart. We do not discriminate against anything like that, do we? Come on. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's, Mew! Happy, 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 happy. Good to see you. Will you be my Valentine? You have to fight Oshio for it, though. You and Oceanax, you have to fight to the death. Put the socks and socks edges. Yeah, I do want to talk to them about getting some sock merch down the line, too. No promises, you know. We are just finishing our first merch launch. Literally just wrapping it up. There might be some returns. Who knows? I can't make any promises. But there'll be definitely another merch launch down the line. That's my plan. Limited, like 1 month or so. Get it before it's gone kind of stuff. I have nukes. Shit. Demons are just human reflections. We're more human than you human. Damn. I feel like Ollie would fight, Ollie would fight you all to be your wives. This is true. Happy Valentine's Day, Yomi Wubbers. I have a question. Are you going to clean up those potion spills now? Nah, that's your job. That's your job. If you want to be a Valentine, you have to show me you can clean things up. So, nature's fucked up. You see, when it comes to love, romance, reproduction, nature follows a very different course. Yeah, most mammals do the boinky boinky in the ways that we do. Maybe a bit more aggressive and stuff like that. Maybe it's without much love. But a lot of other species. How about them dolphins? Oh, no. We don't talk about that. Excuse me. A lot of others get freaky. For example, perhaps the most well-known f***ed up thing is the praying mantis. You see, well...
Did you know that?
After a male and female praying mantis mate, the female beheads, or, while still on their shoulders, eats the head of the male. It's always the female doing it to the male. So, in other words, the praying mantis is the bug that is sex champ and then vor champ in one evening. Which apparently in like 10 states is very exciting because there are a lot of... Apparently vor is very popular in a lot of states in America. I don't know. It's freaky. It's also why the praying mantis does unfortunately find itself teetering the line of an endangered species. I believe they're now safe, but still a little volatile. Some states, it's actually a crime to kill a praying mantis. The emis and the cassowaries, they're nature's girl dads, the females who just lay the eggs. I'm not aware of that one. Never even heard of that species. Oh, emus. Me and my bros, me and the rest of the bros and the girls be hating the emus. They could potentially, but also females do produce more than one egg. In fact, when it comes to bugs, we all know bugs do a lot of reproduction. Bugs are perhaps the ones that, I guess the best way to put it is, bugs have some of the freakiest ways. As for a praying mantis, for instance, they can lay anywhere from 100 to 400 eggs. So, yeah, they eat their mate. They vor the head of their mate. Only the head. Only the head. But, you know, 100 to 400 eggs. We're looking pretty good. Except for the fact that a lot of the children born from those eggs contextually fight each other. Often to the death. So, merry birthing. You're born to fight and die. Love and romance, everybody. Nature's weird. In fact, but, you know, Battle Royale, Battle Orphans. It can get really, dicey. Funny enough, though, my favorite insect is the praying mantis. Not for vor reasons. It's not for that. I just find them really cool. I like the way they look. I like weird shit. How many of you know about anglerfish? I love ladybugs. Ladybugs are fantastic. Ladybugs actually have a pretty, like... a pretty normal mating cycle. In fact, it's courtship behaviors, it's chemical signals. They use pheromones like most bugs do. And their breeding is very basic. It is one just riding the other. Ladybugs are adorable. Yep. Many bugs do have it normally as well. Many of them are normal as well. But there's plenty of others. Because, you know, one of the most open amount of species that we have is insectile. But let's talk about in the waters. Boinking in the ocean. I've been informed the anglerfish mating habits. Well, don't worry, I'm gonna go on about that for sure. Make sure to have a little water. Everybody hydrate. Hi, Meister. So, the anglerfish.
A friend told me a story about her sister telling her daughter how babies were made. She said, "You father gave me a seed, and I cared for it, watered it, and it became this beautiful plant. Then we cut it down, dried it, smoked, it got high and gone to the bedroom, and that's how you were made."
Wait. I'm gonna remember that one. I don't even smoke. I don't even do any of that kind of stuff. Y'all know, I've never had a drink before, though that might change soon. I've never smoked, I've done that kind of stuff, but damn. Thornbloom, welcome to the laboratory. Good to have you. Let's talk about the anglerfish. If you don't know, the anglerfish, yes, they are that cute, well, not very cute, but they have the light bulb going off the front of their head, put it simply. I always actually found them really fun in media and games. Pokemon has one of them as well. But they live deep in the ocean. We're talking like the absolute darkness where sun doesn't get through kind of ocean. And you might notice this little arrow here where it says male anglerfish. That's right. The Nasu! We're totally not talking about fish boinking. Nasu, hello, welcome. Congratulations once again on your very successful subathon and smashing all of your goals. Just absolutely destroyed them. Great job with that. If you guys don't know, Nasu is an amazing ASM artist, but also more on their content creation as well. They do such a good job. Love their model, very caring, very sweet. We've been getting to know each other a little bit recently too. Maybe we'll do a collab or something. Who knows? But if you ever get the chance to, please give Nasu some love. Absolutely deserving of all it. Bongo Cat! Yeah! The Band-Aid's here to patch you up. The Band-Aid's here to patch you up. I love that. How are you doing, Nasu? Hi. How are you? And what were you up to, if you don't mind me asking? Were you two getting a bit romantic? Fellow piss tuber. Not a piss tuber. Go fuck yourself. I'm kidding. Wish you happy Valentine's Day. Hi, Desk Age. It's been a hot minute. Happy. Oh, and King of Metal. Thank you also for the raid. Welcome. Hello. Thank you. Welcome. All of you. Actually, for both raids, my name is Yomi Quinnley, alchemist extraordinaire. Not a mad scientist, most of the time, but a glad scientist. And I'm glad that you're here. We are talking about what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Yeah. You guys have arrived a bit deep into it all, but yeah. You might also sell yeah. Oh, give me these glasses. Also, let me read what you said, of course, sweetie. Cramps got to me, so I had to end early. Not a problem at all. Completely understandable. We were playing Hello Kitty Adventure. Oh my god, I gotta play that at some point. Yeah. Back out with the glasses, though. Yes. She's a fish scientist. I'm not a fish. I'm a demon. Well, I'm a tiefling. I'm quarter, no, or I mean half demon by that. But listen, your model's very pretty. Thank you. I try to be as expressive as I can with it. Which, funny enough, because these glasses are on, it's a little, maybe not as much, but I'll have them off for just a little bit. She's a piss tuber. Fuck you. What do you mean by that? Huh? Explain yourself. Is that what you... on Valentine's Day, I guess we're gonna fight. She caused this. No clowning around here. Amazing, pretty, love the best. Thank you, we're not done either. We have more to go. We have a lot more to go. Yes. Oh. Yippee!
Peace.
Oh, we want a pink instead. Understandable. Fight on Valentine's Day? I'm down. Maybe. Fight in bed. There we go. Back where we were. Chat down. Gotta explain shit, Miss Yomi. You know the pissy truth. Banned. Banned. Yes, please lurk. Do what you gotta do about the cramps. Take good care of yourself, please. Really just want you to be in good health. And thank you so much for bringing your lovely, lovely community. And thank you for the band-aids, too. Have a chocolate. Ah! Actually, we had a lot of sweet treats yesterday. Yesterday was our sweet treat. We did a Pop-Tarts taste testing stream. We were going over all sorts of Pop-Tart flavors. We did like 20 flavors. And we were doing a bit of a tier list with them as well. It was a fun hand cam. I got to experience a lot, too. Actually, next week, probably like Monday, I will go to a food pantry and donate the rest of the unopened Pop-Tarts. Yeah. My favorite was strawberry milkshake. I think s'mores and strawberry milkshake were like the top for me. I think I also want to retcon. I think banana bread actually was more of an S tier than an A tier. I think banana bread was right up there too. So I'd be straight. I'm fine. Because I had it in small portions, it helped a lot. Let me take a sippy and let's jump right into it. There we go. Yeah, everyone, make sure you hydrate. So, the anglerfish. Yes, you probably saw a bit of the notes, but did you know? You're gonna hate this, but we're here for it.
Did you know that?
So the female to male anglerfish, the female, I hope you like giantess. I hope maybe you are into giantess fetish. The female is not twice, not 10 times, not 50 times, but 60 times bigger than the male. You're probably wondering, that's a tiny penis. How does that even work? Well, it's not just giantess. Love and Nature has given us the idea of not just giantess and size difference, but also absorption and vor. Because you see, this is the male anglerfish at his best. Because later on, he gets absorbed.
That's soap.
So literally, she intakes the male after they gradually get absorbed in until the point that they're completely embedded inside. And literally the male becomes a sperm delivery system. Imagine your function is to be vored and to consistently pump in sperm. And it's not fun. Not the good kind. Not the copious amounts of forever sex. No, just strapped to a machine. Romance vor, and giantess, and size difference. Those are some weird tags. I ain't judging. It is the only responsibility though. Yeah, if you were born as a male anglerfish, your life is fucked. Your life is just fucked. What about the hyenas? Oh my. Oh my. I was hoping that that wouldn't have been. We're not going to talk about the female pseudopenis. You don't know, hyenas, females, have a, to put it in a more technical term, a pseudopenis. And they mount the males. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Mm-hmm. What about the ducks? We're not talking about the ducks! No! Oh, God. They carry a rocket launcher of destruction. Yeah. Look, I'm just saying, you know how Sonic says gotta go fast? Ducks make Sonic blush. ducks have what we like to call the race car penis. It's all you need to know. Not gonna go. Terrible thing to learn as a kid. Well, yeah, I'm giving the kinder part of it. I ain't going about the rest. Can you explain the position of humans? The Karma Sutra? Well, maybe we'll get into that. Maybe. What I'm more interested is the male seahorse. Because you see, you're probably seeing there's a seahorse with an egg pouch. It's launching babies. A Gatling gun horse, exactly. It really is like they really do just go like like at full speed. Well, no, I'm born out of a seahorse, but that's not a female. That's not a female. You see, it's actually the males that bring birth. It is the males that carry not 1, not 100, not 1,000, but on average, 1,500 babies, and they're launched within the span of an hour. So not only is it MPreg, under the sea, MPreg and me. It should have been me! Hi, Poke Wizard. Hi, Orange Juices. Yeah, can we get some MPreg in the chat? Not even exclamation MPreg, just the MPreg emote. Or all of it. Under the sea with just you and me, the seahorses bring pregnancy. This marriage wasn't a fail, where the eggs came from male. And then we launched them to the sea. MPreg Squirter. Kind of. Also, I made that rhyme up on my hand, off the top of my head. That's really good. Yeah, so, MPreg is possible in nature, and it is completely normal with seahorses. And then except the thing with them is they're not exactly the best fathers, and sometimes eat their own young. This is true. This is true. Skin. There is, surprisingly, there is actually a lot of incestual vor in the animal kingdom. I don't like that sentence. I really don't like what I just said, but I'm stating it as what it is. It is what it is, and incestual vor is now the word you have to live with. Yep. Yep. Frogs kind of do the same thing. Actually, did you know that even cats, to a lesser degree, even cats have this issue? Because, let me take a sip of water. Cats have, mauled and destroyed their young if they are not seen as strong enough. But I digress. That's why you should watch the kittens. Make sure you watch the kittens around Dad. You're gonna see weird sides out of your cat. If you end up having 2 cats who have kids together, having kittens, make sure you watch the dad. Funny enough, I had to. My cat got neutered, but apparently it still managed to copulate. So we had to get it neutered again. Before we got it neutered again, we found out that he was still able to copulate because they ended up boinking the other cats in the house, and then there were kittens and placenta, and there were a lot of kittens. And I saw a side of my cat, because I had the male cat, who I was like, damn, you're a real prick. You're a prick and a baby bully. What the fuck's happening? And then I learned, like, oh, this is apparently normal behavior in them. They're meant to, like, kind of bully the kids, which is awful. 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 Don't worry, he's okay. Anyway, MPreg. Last born kitten usually less colored with the first kitten born. That I don't know. I don't know of that, actually. I really am tempted to just, like, grab one, like, the picture. Tell you what. If we get 5 gifted, I will show you a picture. If I can get 5 gifted, I'll show you a picture of my cat. I don't have him anymore. I want to say in pretext, I don't have the little guy anymore. This was a very, very long time ago. But this is a memory I'm bringing up. I'll show you a picture of the cat and the kitten. And the kitten too. Male will bop the baby. Oh my God, luminous. Oh my God, vapor. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Thank you, holy moly. Holy moly, you didn't have to do that, guys. Thank you. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much. That's incredible. 10? 10? Really? You guys are insane. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. I really, really do. All of that goes a long way. You know what? For Valentine's Day, that's extra special. In that case, allow me to show you. His name is Eugene. Boop. This is a long time ago. This is like several houses ago. Father and son moment. Look how cute this is. Both just looking out the window, laying on my bed. Yeah, this was adorable. This was one of like my favorite little memories. Also, I'm base as fuck. I have a Mega Tokyo poster up there. Yeah, they were both just right next to my computer desk. That's my computer desk there. I want to say this is over 10 years ago. This is over 10 years ago. So this is a long, long time ago. But this little guy, his name is Eugene. He's still okay. He's still alive. He's old, but he's still alive. And the little one with it, I don't know the name of the little one with it because we did give it away. We gave away all the kittens eventually. Everything the light touches is our kingdom. Yippee! Actually, tiny story. We'll get to the love and romance in a moment. But TLD, here's a tiny story. Yomi, I thought you lived somewhere that can't have pets. Where is Eugene? I'm glad you asked that, random viewer. So Eugene, that's the name of my cat. When I was working at the schools, I'm not going to say her name, but a coworker was getting pretty lonely. And they lost their husband. I know, very sad moment. I'm not going to get too personal. Basically, they had a loss. They were very lonely. And I knew I was moving soon, and I couldn't keep taking care of Eugene. So I offered, I said, would you like to have a very well-trained and loving cat? And they were over the moon about that. And you know what's the coolest part? I still have her phone number. And I still call once every couple of months and just be like, how's Eugene doing? How are you doing? So Eugene, he's getting old. You know, he's an old boy now. But he's living a good life. Very happy life. It's the best ending, you know? Really is the best ending. I miss him. But I did actually, about 2 years ago, got to see him again. Because I did get invited over for dinner. Anyway. Love with pets as well. Thank you again for those gifted subs. I do want to have a cat again at some point. We'll get there when I move. Eugene is the goat. Absolutely. He's the cat. But again, with all this, like the subs and support, as I get a new house for myself, that's the next goal. I might even host a subathon. When I get a new house for myself, excuse me, that's the real goal. I want to get a place. What country? I'm in America. I'm happy to say I'm in America. That I can perfectly say. I'm a part of the Socks Vtuber agency. We have people from a couple of countries. Snoozy is from, of course, Australia. I think she's in Australia and everything. Like, you know, we got Cammy in America. I'm in America. That's the most I could say. Obviously, I don't want to like anything keeping public. You know, I'm in America. How's fun to Yomi? So we have Kitty. On back though. Yeah. I'm part of SVA, Socks Vtuber Agency. Treats me well. Always love my time with them. And we actually are on our last day of auditions. So please take a look. Look in the Discord, check out them on Twitter and other socials. Yeah, we're doing our literally like the last day for auditions for adoptions. Anyway, let's go back to the love and nature, shall we? A little bit of a segue. So, first off, when it comes to love, there is reproductive organs. And I just thought you should know. I just really thought you guys should know that no matter what someone says to you, no matter what a guy says about their penile size, that the barnacle, this is a real picture by the way, the barnacle has the largest penis to body size ratio, having the reproductive organ at 8 times the size of its body. It could use that thing as a kickstand or mobility. And it has. It has. Imagine saying I used my dick to get away from that shark. There's a pogo stick attached. Kind of, yeah. Yeah, it's a third leg, exactly.
Now you know.
You're welcome. What that has to do with love and romance? Come on, it's a male reproductive organ. I want to talk about more weird mating habits, though. And, well, I know how much you guys call me a piss champ. So you know what? We're going to talk about the animal that is the biggest piss champ. They give me the head pats. Hi, Zero. Hi, Orange. Literal tripod. And that is the porcupine. The porcupine is the ultimate piss champ. Why? Well, you know, they do shriek, they do make noises, and cutest of all, they rub noses. Which I guess they're gonna have to because, you know, they don't want them rubbing quills. But, the male then pisses on the female.
Piss.
Yeah. I mean, it's a warm welcome. A very warm welcome.
Piss.
Family.
Family. But they're claiming they're claiming territory, exactly. Porcupines, yes. Also, as a reminder, while we're talking about piss, we're doing the Heartbreaker Relay. And a very important thing for you guys to do, at least I'm firmly asking at the end of stream, but I want to ask you guys, if you can, make sure you're on YouTube right now, because our raid, we are not raiding on Twitch. We are raiding on YouTube. That's right. We're raiding on YouTube to continue the Heartbreaker Relay. So I want you to just keep that in mind. You don't have to put it up right now, but if you guys can at least remember when we do finish, when my segment is over, to be ready on the YouTube side. Yeah. I forgot to refill my giant hamster waddle about the cage accommodations are horrid. No! So, I mean, you know, but that being considering after the praying mantis, or the size difference vor absorption, I'd say, well, you know, pissing on your mate is pretty tame. I'm so sorry, Darth Raven, that's what you follow to, but welcome to the laboratory. Welcome. So, again, mating rituals are weird. Maybe us humans, I know humans can do weird things too. Maybe that's where we got it. Then there is the Arachnophenicidae, also known as a form of a mite. There are about 12 different species of mites. But the Phenicidae is perhaps strangest because it is, well, it's the death and birth incestual sex inside mommy and then blows up speedrun record. Told you it was gonna get weird. Quite simply, mom explodes because everyone has sex inside of her. It's a good day. Artists probably getting weird ideas. People probably crazy times we live in, dare I say. Wait, what are we talking about? So, the acrophenicidid. This is a form of a mite that the female, when she is ready, when she is starting to, I guess you could say ovulate, when she's feeling ready, she starts to suck up eggs. She sucks up eggs and other small forms of the mites. So literally, the eggs are released, and as the eggs get bigger and are ready to hatch, she then sucks them up. Then she mates while being 20 times her size, often incestually because bugs don't give a shit. Then the eggs hatch inside of her. So you have to remember, she's already 20 times her size. She's already like, whoa, full of eggs. And these eggs are now hatching. So she's already 20 times her size. Now she's getting bigger because the eggs are hatching. And then the eggs that hatch, because mites don't care about incest, then start to mate as well. There's incestual mating happening inside of mommy. And then those continue to grow more because they're growing into an adult while the mating happens. And then finally, mom explodes. Mom just explodes because there was too much boinking happening inside of her. By the way, the entire life cycle of this creature is 5 days. Entire thing happens in a span of 4 to 6 days, average of 5. It's like the one caterpillar. The hornet flies, impregnates eggs inside of them, attacks and bursts out like an alien movie. Yes. Yeah, it's some Junji Ito shit. This is nature. This is love. This is real love. One creature that kidnapped females as species, a baby. Oh, yeah. But they don't care. These bugs don't know any better. They just go. They just do. Be a bug. Just do it. So again, nature's pretty fucked up like that. No! Nature be fucked like that. Yeah. Let me take a little sippy. Oh, my coffee. Let me sip my water. Water sippy. With consent, always. Sadly, a large portion of the animal kingdom, mostly non-mammals, don't actually do, unfortunately, which is awful. Awful, awful, awful. Honestly, the most tame one here is probably the porcupine. And that's not me being biased towards piss. So what about love and history? Let's move on from nature, shall we? Should we? You guys, we talked a lot about the weird things in nature. What about the weird things in our human history? Human history. We've had media, we've had nature. By the way, I am taking questions too, if any one of you has anything to ask. Must teach them the consent or they get the flamethrower. Yeah. One day we'll be able to talk to animals. Wait, that'd be really cool. That'd be really cool. So, one of my favorite historical moments, other than the Romance of the Three Kingdoms, how many people know about the Romance of the Three Kingdoms? That's a real question. The Wu, the Wei, and the Shu. Maybe you played Dynasty Warriors, which has very loose historical bases. If you ever played Dynasty Warriors, you know at least a little bit about Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Yeah! I got into reading it. I actually read Romance of the Three Kingdoms while I was on the road a lot. There was a lot of deeply seated interactions that occurred there. My favorite being Liu Bei and Lady Gan, or Lu Bu and Diao Chen. The Dynasty Warriors Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Oh, most famous period that might have not actually happened. I don't know about that. I wouldn't say that. There's enough historical relevance. But anyway, Lu Bu, I mean, it's been very fantasized. It's been very fantasized. That's another big thing. They've definitely through media, really over time changed things. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. Wars can happen over romance.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's, Toby. Hello. Thank you everybody. I always appreciate that. So love and romance, though, it can happen on the battlefield. It can happen in ancient China. It can also happen in, what do you know? We're going to talk about Egypt again. In Egypt and other places, there was Cleopatra and Mark Antony. You see, this was a Roman general, Mark Antony. And here's the thing, Rome, Egypt, they're closer than you think. Excuse me. Teach me about the chemical reaction in the brain known as love. Well, guess what? Bro job. We did earlier. We went on about that. The ventral tegmental area and dopamine. If you want to, Neo, I'm so sorry if you missed the earlier part, but you absolutely can check out a little bit later. Yeah! Let's go gambling. Happy brain. Yeah! We also talked about love and media, bro jobs, yaoi, yuri, vapori. No, not Vaporeon. Love and nature and all the fun weird stuff. We're going to history now. Remember to be on the YouTube side for when we finish up. Cleopatra and Mark Antony. This is one that always has caught my eye. It's very, very interesting. It was an honest love. An honest love across two entire countries with two extremely powerful people. I'll excuse your tardiness. You're too sweet. You're too sweet. Mark Antony was a Roman politician. Very, very important, dare I say even critical role when it came to how Rome, well, developed, especially in the Republic. But you know, he saw that Cleopatra and he thought to himself, you know, nice. And so, Mark and Cleo, they got together and boinked. A lot. Problem. Well, before I say problem, this sounds kind of nice. This sounds like, oh, you know, two countries, two powerful people. This sounds like a form of an alliance, right? This could be great. This could unite countries and share culture. That would be great. And you know, we could just be happy for them, and we could share foods, we could share culture, we could share festivities, we could share alliances and help each other out. You know, we could do all sorts of these great things, and then we can war. Or war. Or we can have war and get hundreds, thousands of people killed. Hooray! So, I neglected to tell you that Mark Antony, Marky Mark, as he dated Cleopatra, he left his other wife and cheated. Oh. In Rome? Where like just a theft will get your hands cut off? Oh yeah. So dopamine, a bit of dopamine. Brain went burr, brain went ekum bokum, or ekum boinkum when he saw Cleopatra. And they did their things. And yeah, war happened. And thing was, Mark was a very skilled general. Not when he had love on the brain, he slipped. He suddenly became really dumb general. Really just lost his skill because he had love on the brain. Good bad girl. Fuck you! So, some say Cleopatra seduced him. Could be. But then again, Cleo, they did a Romeo and Juliet. Cleopatra faked her death. He thought she really died. He killed himself. And then Cleopatra found out about it, and then she ended herself. So literally, Romeo and Juliet first happened in 41 BC. Damn. Numbers though. Yeah, the real Romeo and Juliet, complete with war. Just take the two countries and turn that into the two families. And there you go. That's all it really was. Family. Hate Cleopatra being overthink in Hollywood. Yeah, the Montagues and the Capulets, It actually was just Roman Egypt. I hate sand. I thought she killed herself via cobra to evade capture. There's a lot of different speculation. The cobra thing was more of a media thing. That wasn't actually what, but you know, there could be speculation. It could be true. It could be true. It could. You never know. Thank you, lovers. Let me take a sip of water. I drink a lot of water. Here we go. I think it was just a big misunderstanding. I'm gonna be real here. I'm leaning towards Cleopatra being the good one here. I think, okay, you'd be like, oh, well, she seduced him, and oh, you know, she faked her death. It's like, yeah, but Mark was the first one who said, no, I'm gonna leave my wife and country. I'm sorry, but like, you kind of lost at the first move there, buddy. You've made yourself the vow. Yeah, exactly, I was married. He kind of fucked the pooch right at moment one. There's a lot of fun traditions, though, we could talk about. One that is still around. Mark Antony wants to get milk and cigarettes. I'm sorry, I wanted cigarettes. In Kyrgyzstan, there's a thing called bride kidnapping. And it's unfortunately exactly what it sounds like. It is exactly what it sounds like. Yeah. When will this happen to me? Call me. Over time, it got a little better. But this is another, you know, tradition of love. It got better. I know. I know, that's quite an easy achievement. It's quite a goal. It's historical NTR. Where now there is still mild kidnapping. But now they try to properly woo them. And if they don't, they release them. So literally, they get captured. And then attempted wooing happens. And if it doesn't work, they get returned. Literally, they came with a receipt. It's awful. I'm joking. I'm being lighthearted. But it is awful shit. But Love and History, it's Bowser and Peach. You're right. Same day. No. Grab your homie's girl and run for the hills. Obviously, it's very fucked up. I do not condone any of this kind of stuff. Just like how, like, on my... I will say... None of these things I, of course, condone, but, like... It's not as forced as it used to be. It's very fucked up. But unfortunately, this is still a tradition. To this day. Now, there's a happier tradition. A much happier tradition that I found very interesting we can go over. Which is in China. In China, actually, a large part of wooing or confessing or offering your love to somebody comes from singing. Now, I'm working on being a singer myself. And the reason I am is because the women also can join in song. Can you imagine being in public, holding hands of a really good friend, and then your friend doesn't get down on one knee. Instead, they step back and go, him. Yes! You know, they start to sing, they bellow, they go out. And funny enough, it's romantic, but they're actually encouraged to get turned down. Why? I don't know. That's fucking awful. But they are encouraged to get turned down. Yomi sing-along one. I do want to do karaoke again. We'll do that once I get a house or a new like apartment or something. Basically when I can live solo again. Shu hao pi hao. Opinion on wedding swords. They're cool. I like ornamental stuff. I love ornamental stuff. Scandinavian countries still gift a sword instead of an engagement ring. Oh, that's really neat. Okay, that I do like. That's what you gotta do. If you ever want to knock me off my feet, you need to send me a sword. And it has to have like a potion flask handle. Or I can just make me a really, really cool potion. I'm down with that too. I'm down with that. Send this woman a sword. In the North, use kittens to propose. Wait, really? This is what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to chime in. I want you guys to chime in and share some stuff. Do gunblades count? Funny enough, I have Kadaj's sword from Final Fantasy VII, the movie. It's very mall ninja budget, but it's really fun to have. The Yomi Keyblade, yeah! Yeah, it even separates. Oh, we got a quick ad. Represent a kitten to a woman and bring them to them as gifts as well. Oh, that's adorable. I love that. Neo, I'd give you a kitten any day. Give Yomi weaponry, say less. Exactly. That's all I need. Give me a fucking sword. Yeah, do it. But yes, in China, they do sing. And if the woman does not sing back, well, it doesn't work. Basically turning down it's basically turning someone down. But if they accept, they will sing along. Now the male can write their own song, which is always seen as a very intimate and soft, you know, like deep beat bond. But it is also recommended that they try to sing something that is a bit well known. Because as Dixie is saying, the female needs to know the song. How can you do so if you don't sing the song? Or you don't know the song? So it is encouraged with that. Now, this is probably my favorite thing. Easily my favorite thing. But in both America in the 1800s and also in England, it originated in England, but here in America, it like branched off because, you know, America came from England, is Vinegar Valentines. Basically, an anti-Valentines, where you go to somebody on Valentine's Day and instead of doing something nice, you're basically lamowing at them. You're basically like, Valentine's, ha! Ha! Ha ha ha! Ha! It's very mean. It's very mean. But it's also funny as fuck. Because it's in the 1800s. So these Vinegar Valentines, allow me to introduce you to one of them. Your bright shining pate is seen at all shows, and invariably down in the bald-headed rose, where you make conspicuous by tender care your true ardent love for that one lonesome hair. Basically saying you're bald as fuck and the only thing that you love is a single hair still growing on you. It's at a place. Big Lord already working on it. It's already being worked on. So this is a Vinegar Valentine. Honestly, these are great. I could read more. I gladly could read more of these. Vicious mockery. You so right for that. They were mean as fuck. But that's kind of it's okay, 1800s insults were always just very, very, they're very dated. They're dated and funny. Here's another one. You pretend you are shy and reserved, but a few things about you I have heard. You're mad at the men that's a curt, and you throw yourself at them like dirt. Basically, that's saying, yeah, you pretend you're a shy lass, but you actually throw yourself around like a whore. It's so fucked up! It's so fucked up. But you know, it's kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. 1800s, like, words, they make me giggle for some reason. Not expect to see a bald man on a stream. Fuck it, we bald. Yeah! So these were Vinegar Valentines. And they were indiscriminate. You know, some were targeted in certain ways. You can get them custom made. But they're not around anymore because we have Twitter. You don't need a Vinegar Valentine when you have social media. Cheers to that. Hi, Adora! Happy Valentine's Day! Once again, everybody, we are going to be collecting on the YouTube side in the next 20 minutes. Because we are going to be, when we do raid into the Heartbreaker Relay, the Heartbreaker Relay is on the YouTube side, so keep that in mind. Yeah, so that's a Vinegar Valentine. And honestly, I would like these to be, listen, hear me out. I'd like these to be brought back, but in a funny way. Like, you're not actually insulting somebody to be mean. It's kind of like, oh, that's fucking funny. Good roast. You know, with you and your friends, you roast each other for a laugh. Next, you know what? I got an idea, guys. Next year, for stream, we're gonna write Vinegar Valentines. I think, wait, I like that. Wait a second. Anti-Valentines, you guys can write them all to me. You guys can roast me all. Do that on a daily basis. No! So, let's move on to the next tradition. Let's go back a couple hundred years. Let's go to the 1600s. This is something a little more gentle. And I think we could use that after having Vinegar Valentines. But in the you guys know the word spooning, right? I mean, we can do that later, but you guys know about spooning, right? Apparently the word spooning, which does mean to, you know, cuddle your partner from behind, kind of embrace and hold in a way that is not smothering, but really like wrapping yourself around them, even from like chin to the top of their head and legs. So the phrase spooning actually is believed to have come from the Wales tradition. Wales, I always like the Wales history, where men would make a wooden spoon for the women that they wanted. So we've talked about singing for our partners, offering a sword to our partners, all sorts of fun little things like that. But kidnapping. What about just carving a wooden spoon and decorating the handle very ornately? What about a gun? Oh! Neo, you just got a surprise gift? Hello? What? Neo! Oh, I'm gonna check what it is right now. What? If it's a fucking sword, I'm gonna shit. What did you get me, sweetie? Thank you. Yes, if you guys don't know, I have a throne. Carving the shape of a person's face into a spoon? That'd be pretty epic. Not gonna lie, that'd be... Oh my god! Okay, first off, Neo's not lying. They got me a little sword, but it's like a sword pendant hairpin. Oh, that's so cool. I'm gonna wear that next time we meet. Thank you. Really? Really? For me? Really? You threw a sword at me from the lake? Does that make me queen now? Thank you. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. Shuckles. Neo's so sweet. Can we get a shout out for Neo, by the way? Gay. All love, of course. Oh, yeah, we talked about Yuri and Yowie. Don't you worry. But yes, carving a wooden spoon. I like this tradition. I like the idea of something handmade. I really, really like when somebody spends time making something very unique for you. So this tradition, unfortunately, it's not really a tradition so much these days. It's still kind of heard of. It's still kind of heard of. Faye, I'm a president. Hi, Faye. If you guys know, But if you guys don't remember, right here, right now, this lovely cover was made by Phaleons themselves. Yes, of course, a credit right here. Ooh, the green juice. Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's good to see you. The error. Thank you. Also, after that cooldown, I want a mod to shout out Neo. Yeah. You're too sweet. I'm just being honest. You're loved. So, ooh, there's a tradition in some places where the man and the woman fight each other to choose their lover. Oh, I'm so into that. I mean, I'd lose, but I'm so into that. I like this tradition here, though, because this honestly is probably one of the sweetest things we've seen. I mean, we talked about bride kidnapping and BC versions of, you know, Romeo and Juliet, so I'm into this. And the Vinegar Valentines, maybe we'll do next year. But there's more, well, I've spoken a bit about traditions. SmackDown versus Raw, but it's for love. So based, so based. I want to talk about a bit more of the science side of things. I want to talk about the weird science, the historical science. You see, we've talked about love history, but what about love history and the science behind it, huh? Well, I've got 2 fun facts for you guys.
Did you know that?
I've got 2 wild little facts for you to know. Oh, you should be afraid. For people who have low spoons and double turns, being gifted a spoon would be very thoughtful. I love that. And also, one more thing to add. They, often those spoons, they weren't used to eat with. They actually were displayed on the wall. I just want to have a nice little warm moment real quick before I go into the final cursed science of it all. They would put the spoons on the walls as a, think of like having your engagement ring. Well, actually, it would be really hard to see the engagement ring because it's really small. But you have a large engagement item and it's placed on the wall. That, I'd honestly, I'd be down for that. That's what you got to do. So Neo already threw a sword at me. So that means all Neo has to do now is carve a sword for me. And sorry, there, ladies and gentlemen, they'll win. Today, men call it average size. No! Let me take a sip of water before I engage this last one. Spoon time! So a little bit of the historical science behind things. Love enhancement. Oh yeah, it's medicine. Medicine is its own science, of course, as well. And you see, back in Egypt, yeah, we're at Egypt again. Have you noticed Rome and Egypt have a lot of historical romance behind it? If someone has to win your heart, Yomi, what thing would you want carved? That's a great question. I'd want a wooden tablet carving of... I would want a tablet to like someone to do like an etching carving of just like some really, really cute character. Maybe one of my OCs or maybe me. I know that's very lame. Or you can make a wooden test tube that I can actually like drink out of. Ooh, that'd be really cool. Make a wooden beaker. Ooh, a wooden beaker that I can use like as a mug. Octopus, hello, welcome. Egypt. Egypt was the first one to cook up the science of male enhancement. Well, correction, of love enhancement. Because it wasn't rubbed on the big, it was rubbed on the body. Love enhancement to increase, and I quote, fertility, involved usually it was the men, they would gather ointments. And the ointments would involve honey and crocodile. So, yeah, Egypt came up with the first idea of male enhancement, love enhancement, but it did in fact involve shit. Egypt really, really went forth and said, "In fecal we trust." So, which is the second time I've ever said that statement in 1 month. I don't know how to feel now. The age-old act of mashing and grinding up animal bits to make the naughty times better. No! You're not wrong, though. You're not wrong, though. Early gas station dick pills! Yeah, the alligator just like, "Burner." Yeah. Why do you know this? Because I'm a scientist. I learn everything that I can. The big science behind love enhancement first came from Egypt. So Egypt gave us one of our first tragic love stories. Egypt gave us quite an amazing thing with male enhancement. Also gave us our first gay couple, all the way back in 2400 BC. The first bromios. The first bromios are over 4,000 centuries, or 4 centuries old. 4,000 years old. So you should be learned. Hey, I'm just saying, you all came here to learn today. You bet your bottom I'm gonna help you learn. Even if it is, yeah. So let's talk about chainsaws. I figure, let's just go about chainsaws for a second. Listen, hear me out. We talked about this briefly before, but chainsaws assisted with love as well. Chainsaws were a part of the process of love because chainsaws were made in the late 1800s. They were made by 2 Scottish doctors, and they invented the chainsaw for a symphycectomy, which is used to remove bones. Except, the bones that were removed were parts of the pelvic area. The part of the pelvic area that assists with childbirth. So, you see, chainsaws actually have an extremely important connection to love, because it was an extremely important part of childbirth. Chainsaw Man is about birthing babies, exactly. Just like Texas Chainsaw Massacre is actually just a whole allegory for childbirth. Leatherface is the child. The family that suffocates Leatherface and dwarfs his mind into thinking of what's right are the pelvic bones. And the people that Leatherface is trying to kill are an allegory for the chainsaw trying to help him escape the terrible family or the terrible pelvic bone keeping him inside. So, importantly enough,
Now you know.
chainsaws have everything. This analogy is terrible. Well, buckle the up, because you're here for it. I'm gonna need some sources for that. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre part? Because that's... The surgery, the symphycectomy, that's a well-known thing. That was 1790, the early 18th century. Thankfully now chainsaws are used for, trees and pruning and firewood, but now you know. Chainsaws have everything and anything to do with childbirth. You know what? I will choose to believe this as a treat to myself because it harms no one. Oh, goodness gracious. Now, in conclusion with today's presentation, there's a lot for you to pick up off of this. Love is weird. Whether it be us humans, whether it be all of the animal kingdom, whether it be history that we've perceived, whether it be inventions that were made, whatever it may be, traditions too. Love is weird. It's very messy too. It's convoluted and has some of the strangest things behind it, but there is a science. As said, it all has to do deeply with the dopamine that triggers things off in our brain. And what did I say earlier? Dopamine makes your brain do stupid things, such as cheating on your wife and marrying a woman in Egypt, or rubbing crocodile dung on your schlong, or deciding that maybe I'm going to start kidnapping people to hope they marry me, or, of course, other things in the animal species, such as I'm going to eat the head of my loved one. dopamine, the central vestibular system in our brains, is one that's gonna do a lot of strange things to you. But you know, that's the beauty of love. You see, with love, you're meant to make mistakes. If the whole animal kingdom, if all of our history is messy and gross and absolutely fucked up, then hey, you too can be fucked up for Valentine's Day. Because science says we all kind of are. But you know, it doesn't have to be. Because on this Valentine's Day, we can all get together. You and me can all get a chance together to celebrate. Thank you! Thank you. I gotta crack my back. There we go. Are there any questions that you all have? Because you know,
I ask you this. Are you fucked up enough to romance this creature? Would you? Because, once again, science says we would do anything. We would do anything. Would? Yes, challenge accepted. See, this is what I mean with dopamine.
oh, that broke because that happened at the same time. Shit. This is what I mean with dopamine. No, it's okay. You can refund yourself, Melanie. Please, 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 smash. Yes, sadly. See, this is what I'm talking about. Science makes you do weird shit. Dopamine makes you do weird shit. Are the tentacles for us to use? No regrets. What? Damn it. I love the emote. Guys, I have a very, very important thing for you to do right now. Listen up. Listen up and love up. This link I'm gonna send you guys to, right here. This is my YouTube. This is very important now. I am not raiding on Twitch today. We are a part of the Heartbreaker Relay. My job was to educate all of you. But in this Heartbreaker Relay, we are raiding on the YouTube side, and we're actually raiding the person who set this all up, Goro Gaomi. Goro was the one who put this all together, invited a lot of amazing streamers, myself included. So I implore you, I ask you from the deepest love of my heart to at least right now, get onto the YouTube side. You can be on Twitch still too if you want, but please open up the YouTube now. So that way, as we finish things up, we can head over to Goro in just a second. Yes. Please all do that right now. Get wrecked, it's Valentine's Day. It is. Or I guess we're all wrecking a lot of things like pelvises. Please don't wreck pelvises. We've already talked about the chainsaws. Are there any scientific questions about love? Is there, while we're piling over on the YouTube side, is there anything metaphorically wrecking pelvis? You know? You know. Can love bloom even on the battlefield? Yes. I believe the best story of that was Gone with the Wind. And of course, Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Shortly after the Yellow Turban Rebellion, the three other kingdoms that were out there. Will Morphe be my Valentines? I don't think so. They don't have the ability to do so. But everyone, science says you're perfect for Valentine's Day. Yippee! One last time, as we're about to finish up, get on the YouTube side. Goro is just starting. And again, Goro is the one who put this all together. So we're gonna head off there. There's an anime called Science Fell in Love. Yeah, you guys were talking about that. I wanna thank you all today for being a part of this lovely presentation. I will be on more of these. I plan to do more sussy and sexy sciences for you all. Don't you worry, my assistant. With all of that being said, I want to wish you all a happy and wonderful Valentine's Day. And remember, most of all, to love, to laugh, and to learn, just like I love every single one of you. I'll see you all on YouTube as we raid on out. Goodbye, my lovely assistants. I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Mayhaps even in the back of the lab. Goodbye.